Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in my previous video, I had made a video on Navbar, but one of my subscriber friends said me that it is very complicated to understand that. That's why in today's video again I'm going to create a Navbar, but in a clear-cut manner so that everybody could understand it easily. Let's start this. Before that, I'll change the title name into Navbar. Here I'm explaining it very slowly so that each and everyone could understand it very easily. Okay, let me link my style sheet. For this we use this link relative style sheet, and here in href we are going to mention that path. Okay, we are done with this. In this body, first I'll create a header. With this header I'll create a nav. Okay, now everything will be inside this nav. Here I'm going to create a class called logo. Okay, inside this div we have to mention our image. I am using this image as my logo. For this I'll mention this image name .jpg. With this we are done with the logo. Let me check that. Okay, I have already done that. We have to delete this CSS. Now you can see this. This is our logo. To this we have to mention the height and width. Here I am going to mention the width as 40 pixels. With this we are done with our logo. After this logo we have to create a unordered list. To this I am giving unordered list with the class name called unordered list. I have mentioned the name called unordered list. With this we'll add link, anchor tag, here I'll give the name as home. We will copy this. We'll paste it here. Instead of this home, I'll change it into about, like this. Services. At the end, contact. To this nav bar, I'm simply going to add a button called login. Here I'll create a list, anchor tag, I'll give the name as login. With this I'll mention a class called btn, button. And now we are done with the links. This is our logo section and this is our link section inside the header and nav bar. With this, now we are going to style this. We have already linked our style sheet, so I am going to style this. I'll mention this margin as 0. Padding as 0. Box sizing as border box. This is common universal. Here I am going to style this header now. I'll write header now. Before that, let me show you. This is what we have created. This is our logo and these are all links. To this, we'll add display. Display has flex. When I mention display has flex, you can see both are now side by side. Before that, it was one above the other. After adding this flex, you can see the change. With that, I'll mention justify content as space between. With this, I'll add align items as center. Now we have to mention a background for this. We have to mention a background color for this. For this, I am going to add a background as blue. With this, I'll mention the color of the text as white. Let us check this. Okay. Instead of blue, I'll use this black. I guess black will look far better than blue. Okay. And here you can see these links are blue in color. It's by default. I have not mentioned any color here right now. If I click on this, you can see the color. It will change into purple. But it's by default. We have not mentioned any color yet. With this, I'll add a padding as 10 pixels from left to left hand. Wait, let me check. Okay, we'll add this. Ten pixel left top and 20 pixel right and bottom. You can see it here. From top I have given 10 pixels and from left side I have given 10 pixels. From right side it's 20 pixels and from bottom also it's 20 pixels. With this, we'll simply style this logo now. I have mentioned that logo has class. That's why we have to use this dot logo. If we use this class, we have to always remember to mention this dot In case we have mentioned any ID, we can use hash. To this logo, I'll add width as 40 pixels. With this, I'll give the border radius as 50%. Now you can see the logo. Wait. Let me change this name. Why this one is not working? Let me check it again. I'll mention dot logo. Even I have given the same name here. Logo. The corner should be round. If I mention border radius as 50. Okay, I have not mentioned. Border radius as 50%. Okay, I have to mention that logo image. I forgot to mention that image. Now you can see this. You can see now this is round. With this, now we'll style this unordered list. I'll use this unordered list. With this, I'll mention display flex so that we can see this. Okay, now this is. We'll change this color first so that it will be visible. I'll use this justify content as space between. With this, I'll provide a flex basis as flex basis as 44%. You can see it here. There is some gap between here. With this, I'll style this UL li lists. list style type has none. Let me show you that. You can see it here. Now we don't have those bullet here. With this, I'll style this UL unordered list li anchor tag. I'll mention the font size as 600, whereas text decoration as none. You can see it here, that line is also missing here, underline. If we mention text decoration as none, those underline will get vanished. I have changed that color into white so that now this is clearly visible. With this, we are done with this unordered list. And here we have to style this button. To style this button, I'll copy this. I'll place it here. Now I'll style this button. Whereas button, I'll give the font weight as 800 so that it will be little bigger than the anchor tag. Wait, let me check this. Wait. I'll use this font size. Two rem. Okay, this works. I'll change that into 1 rem so that it will look beautiful. Okay, instead of 1 rem, I'll use this as 1.5 rem. Slight bigger than that. Okay. To this, we are going to add a background color. I'll use a background color as blue. And here I'm going to add a border radius as 6 pixels. With that, I'll mention the text of the color as, it's already white. We'll check this aqua, how it looks. It doesn't look good. Let's not mention the color because we have already mentioned it here as white. We'll use a cursor as pointer. Let me show you that. Something is missing. Okay, we have not added padding. I'll add padding as 8 pixels and 20 pixels. Whenever I write this as 8 pixels and 20 pixels, you have to remember that 8 pixels from top and left and 20 pixels from bottom and right. That's the shortcut. This doesn't look good. Instead of this, I'll simply remove this font size. Okay. Now it's looking fine. With this, I'll add a hover to this button. If you hover on that, simply the background color will get changed. I'll use here blue violet. If we click on this, wait for a second. Let me check this again. Why this one is not working? PTN over. Okay, I forgot to mention that dot. Okay, now this is working fine. You can see it here, background. When I click on this login, you can see it here, the change in color from blue, it turns into purple. Instead of purple, I'll make it yellow. Sorry, instead of yellow, I have used it black. Let me check this. You can see it here. But it doesn't look good. Purple was somewhat okay. Okay. Even we can add over to this ULLI anchor tag. Let me style this here. I'll simply use text decoration as underline. Underline. With this, I'll mention text decoration color as blue violet. You can see it here. It's better to add not to add any decorations because it doesn't look good if we add those underline and all. And with this you can see we are done with this nav bar. You can simply inspect and see this. This is how it will look on the small screen. It takes so much of efforts to make this kind of videos. So kindly subscribe my channel, do like, share, and also thanks for watching this video. We'll learn more things in our next video.